Okay, everyone, I want to talk tonight about a little something called central bank digital currencies. I'm sure you've heard of them. Politicians are talking about it. Trump finally came out and said he's against it. Vivek Ramaswamy, even RFK Jr., Ron DeSantis. There's some people that are vowing to stop it. And I'm sure you know now that central bank digital currency is the ultimate tool of tyrants, that you will have no more freedom left once they initiate that. Every single move you make will be regulated by the government, and if you step out of line, they'll simply delete your currency. They're even saying that it's going to be programmable, so if they want to tighten the money supply, or it'll be, they can just give it a time limit where your money will be in the bank and they'll tell you, oh, you only have 2 months to spend it. So good luck saving for a house. Thought it was tough now. Just watch when you can't save money anymore. And this isn't a conspiracy, folks. That's why we have presidential nominees and people running for president talking about it. And I want to talk about how we got here. And again, if you don't know about this central bank digital currency, you need to look into it. The internet is flooded with it, and it's the most frightening, most terrible thing you can ever imagine. And it's coming. And I'll tell you why. It's because of you, not all, but probably 99.9% of you who stopped using this. Remember this? It's called cash. Remember that? You used to put it in your wallet. See, there's just a couple of easy little pieces of paper, really small. They fold up nice. Put that in your pocket. And then when you go to a cashier, you hand them that bill. It takes like 5 minutes to go to the ATM machine and get this, and then a couple of seconds to pull it out of your pocket and hand it to the cashier. Remember that? But no, you decided this. You wanted to finance big banks and use this for every single purchase you make. All day, every day. This is just too convenient. It only takes 10 seconds to 30 seconds to hand to the cashier and run it, versus, a whole 10 to 30 seconds to hand them the cash and they give you change back. Oh, but then I got to put it in my pocket and I have these coins. What do I take the coins and throw them in the fucking change jar like you used to do? Folks, if the convenience factor between using this and this is too much for you, I don't know what to tell you, man. But we're getting central bank digital currencies because you gave up on cash. Every time you swipe your card, and you don't use this, you are voting for central bank digital currency. You are telling the banks, you are telling the tyrants in the government that you want to be enslaved. They know you don't care about cash anymore. They're just waiting for the right moment to say, okay, turn this in. The smart ones that still have this and use this, and then that's it. You're going to be forced to use this. You won't have a choice anymore, and your freedom is over. I hear all these podcasters talking about it, and they're like, oh, what do we do? And then they try to sell you, gold IRA, or go buy precious metals, or, buy Bitcoin. Folks, none of those things are going to save you from central bank digital currency, because you have to, in order to access those things, you have to go into the system. You can't take a gold IRA and go down to the liquor store and buy a pack of gum with it. You have to process it, and you're going to be forced to get digital currency. It'll go onto your little stupid card, and then you can go swipey, because, oh, here you go, cashier. That was too much work. See, look at this. Pull it out of my pocket, hand it to the cashier. Cashier hands me, $11 back. Here's some nickels. That was too much work for you. If you're not willing to do that, I don't know what to say. You don't deserve freedom. And this is why I say conservatives are really stupid. I've only heard a couple of people. I think it was either on Stansberry Report or Kitco News that actually made this connection. Nobody else is making the connection. I listen to Patrick Davis always talking about it. Tim Pool, Stick Saxonhammer, all these guys are talking about it, but nobody's making the connection. Nobody seems to realize how we got here. And, maybe they'll stop, maybe Trump will get elected and he'll stop digital currency. But guess what, folks? Even if they don't have a CBDC, once this is gone, they'll just tell you to use a credit card. Oh, it's not a central bank digital currency, but the bank doesn't have cash anymore. And guess what? They can shut this off just as easily as a central bank digital currency. My roommate was at the liquor store the other day, and a kid was in there buying a Coke and a candy bar. It wasn't even a liquor store. It's just a corner mart, but they sell booze, so it's kind of quasi liquor store. And he went to pay with his stupid credit card or his dumbass phone, which is even worse. That's one step closer. And it wouldn't process. I guess his parents programmed it to where he couldn't buy anything at a store that sold booze, as if, the guy at the corner store is going to sell 10-year-old kid booze. But it's already here, man. The level of control is already here. You remember the truckers in the convoy up in Canada, how they seized their bank accounts? Well, guess what? When you don't have this, it's going to be really easy for them to do. They're just going to click a mouse and poof, gone. And you won't be able to do nothing about it because there won't be no banks. You're not going to be able to go and talk to anybody. On and on and on. And I mean, I hope you know by now what's going to happen when we're forced to use that terrible thing. But I want to pound it home to you that your habits, you are the reason why we have this. If we didn't use this, they would have never gotten rid of this. They're not printing any more of this stuff, folks. I work in a business where we process a lot of payments every day. I don't ever see a new bill anymore because the government knows you don't want it. Do you get it? Does it get through your thick skull? Everybody talks about how liberals are so stupid, blah, 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 blah. Liberals are getting exactly what they want. Liberals, I don't think they actually want imprisonment, but they think they do. They think imprisonment is freedom. Conservatives supposedly understand freedom, but I'm not seeing it. I get all these guys coming to my place of business and they sit down, they got the American shirt on their American flag on their shirt. And they start, oh, Biden, blah, 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 goddamn commies, rah, 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 stupid libtards. I was listening to Dan Bongino the other night and blah, 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 blah. And I'm just sitting there going, yeah. And then it comes time to pay. And what do? And I just wait for it. I go, I know this idiot's going to hand me a credit card. And, oh, here you go. And then I bring this up to him. And I say, hey, man, do you know about central bank digital currencies? And oh, yeah. I go, why don't you use cash? I talk to almost everybody that I think I can bring this up to about this. And they never have a valid excuse. Not any stupid lame, well, I don't know, it's just easier. And I'm like, you understand every time you use this and not this, you're voting for digital currency and your enslavement. And they're like, oh, well, So again, all these tough guys out there and tough girls who want to go out there and, start a revolution. You're not going to be able to do it with this because they're just going to shut it off on you. So anyway, I've got a lot more to say about this, but I'm going to try to keep it short. I'll do it in videos. If anybody sees these, I don't know. I hope I piss people off and maybe start a conversation. But that's it for now. And the next one, I will talk about how your little Bud Light episode didn't mean shit. So have a great night. I'm not talking to the smart ones who actually still use this, but everybody else, you're a bunch of damn idiots and you deserve the enslavement that we're going to get. I just wish that, it pisses me off because now I'm going to be enslaved because of your actions. I still use this stuff for everything. I paid $16,000 in these a few months back for car work. It wasn't hard. I got the fucking money and I handed it to the mechanic and he was damn happy because he wasn't going to get charged 3% with the fucking credit card. Okay, dummies? I really hope I piss some people off, but I want you to sit there and think and ask yourself, gee, maybe my actions, maybe what I do creates results. So, and hey, I'm conservative. I want freedom, but I'm willing to do something. I'm willing to actually use cash so that I'm not forced to use this and controlled and enslaved by this. So, and that's about all. Have a good night. And like I said, next time we talk, I'll tell you how stupid the whole Bud Light thing was and how stupid you are. So, all right, conservatives.